action.
Welcome back to this week's episode of What's the Vibe with Kadi and Amy, and it's my favorite day of the week. I love when the new episodes come out. I do watch them myself and listen to them.
Me too.
Just to see how we can improve. Also, I think we're hilarious.
Why are we not viral? I don't understand.
I don't get it. We have so much potential.
We're going to get there. We got to keep at it.
Yes.
Kadi, you just told me this week we've done this for 9 months now.
9 months. Oh, her response, we could have had a baby in that time.
I mean, that's how long it takes. That's a long time.
You're right. But yeah, I'm so proud of us for sticking up and sticking with it.
I know. Thank you for cheerleading me through all those weeks when I'm like,
do we have to do this?
Yeah, it is fun once we get sitting here.
Yes, this is my favorite place. Do you have any updates?
No updates, I don't think. I need to get some updates.
I do too.
Updates is I'm 2 inches away from being a homeowner. That's a
2
cool,
inches.
I'm
like
so
you're
close.
so close.
Just waiting for closing. So I've been talking about it for 9 months. So thanks for coming along on the journey.
Yes.
I can't wait till I'm like, and here I am, and you can put a picture of me standing in front of my house.
That'll be so exciting.
That'll be good.
Okay, well, no updates other than the house, the home buying. What's the vibe?
My vibe this week is just fun, silliness.
Oh, yay!
The other day we were bad-mouthing Florida.
Yes.
So I guess the vibe is the Sunshine State.
Okay.
And the vibe is everything I can find that's unhinged.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, I lay it on you. I want to hear everything.
So I'm just going to go through and tell you some true stories of unhinged Floridians.
Okay, there's no fake news in here.
No fake news.
Okay.
This is all true. Okay. This one was... I hope you find this one as funny as I did. The news title alone. Are you ready?
Yes.
Florida man arrested outside Olive Garden after eating pasta belligerently.
What? Man, I should have been arrested a long time ago.
Have you ever seen me with a bowl of pasta?
I feel like we're really pushing it.
But this is what it says. If you're going to eat pasta, don't ask for money and yell at them. One Florida man got some pasta at the Olive Garden and began eating it in an inappropriate manner.
What?
While asking patrons for money and yelling explicitives at them. Police arrived to find 32-year-old Ben Paget sitting outside shirtless of the restaurant, shoving spaghetti into his mouth with his hands. He was arrested after resisting officers.
Eating pasta inappropriate. Is that what you said?
Inappropriately.
What does that even mean? How do you eat pasta? What type of pasta was he eating? That might make a difference, I guess.
Spaghetti with his hands.
Just with his hands. Oh, I wouldn't even want to touch spaghetti.
Ben Paget, I want an update.
Yes. Where are you now, and how was the spaghetti?
I like this one because, fun fact about me, I used to want to be either on Saturday Night Live or write skits for Saturday Night Live. And I'm telling you, 30 years I said, wouldn't it be so funny if there was a skit about a drive-through spaghetti shop? And you're just like... So maybe Ben was just doing a test run for me.
You had that thought?
I did. I don't know. I still think about it every now and then.
Why have I never heard of this? In all of our business ideas and ventures, you've never once said, let's open a spaghetti shop with a drive-through.
But the spaghetti's not in a styrofoam. It's in a bag.
In a bag?
In a bag.
Like a McDonald's bag?
Loose in a fast food bag.
Interesting. Not sure where this concept came from, but I'm here for it.
I thought it would be funny. Okay, here's another Floridian for you.
Okay.
Man calls 911 to see if tax return had come in.
911?
911.
What?
James Mahoney called 911 and said he was messed up, but he wanted to check on his tax return. Deputies didn't care if he had one too many when they charged him with making a false 911 call.
Oh.
He was sentenced to 2 days in jail in order to pay $450. There goes your tax return, buddy.
Literally. He's never going to see a dime of that money. It's going straight to the state.
I love these.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh. Okay.
I have more. Here's another one. Florida man likes to do yard work in the buff.
In the buff. Okay.
Some Florida neighbors were pretty upset at their neighbor who loved to do yard work, among other chores, naked.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Unfortunately, there wasn't much the police could do unless he crossed his property line. Oh, you just wait till I'm a homeowner.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, pulling weeds is going to get real.
Oh, no. Is that the sun?
One neighbor was quoted saying, literally, they're the nicest people you ever meet. They would give you their clothes if they had them on to give you.
Okay, wow. Good for that person.
Nice guy, but a naked one.
I wish I was that confident.
Oh my God. My neighbors would be like, What is she wearing? Is that a romper?
I've heard of like naked neighbors. Like, have you ever heard that term? Like, if people leave their windows open and like if you can see in. Jake says I'm the naked neighbor.
Why? You just get a dress in front of your window?
Yes, and I tell him most of the time they can't see in, and if they see in and they see me, why are they looking? That's a problem for them. I'm in the comfort of my own home. But that takes naked neighbor to a whole nother level.
I'm just the opposite. Like, I'm making sure all those I barely want to see this. I'm not going to make anybody else.
You know I love a room in a home with all of my blinds and curtains open. So, I'm sorry, this is my house.
Fair.
I pay rent. If you don't like it, don't look.
The neighbors across the street, no wonder they're so friendly. That's why your one neighbor said, I'm going to get you. She was like, that's the naked one. She got confused. Oh, I have more. More.
Keep them coming.
Florida. This is another news article. This is Jacksonville, Florida. Florida store owner has a sign on his microwave. Can you guess what the sign on his microwave says?
Wait. Florida store owner?
Store owner.
What? A microwave that he's selling? Or
No. It's like a gas station.
Okay.
Think of like a Quickie Mart.
No, what would this? It's got to be something so unhinged.
Yes, it says, don't warm urine in my microwave.
Why does that have to be posted on a microwave? What?
A Florida store owner encountered an issue that required him to hang a sign ordering people not to warm their urine in his microwave. The issue, he was close to the probation office, and people were walking off the streets to warm their containers prior to drug tests.
Oh my gosh.
Then I'm trying to heat up my onion rings.
Right. Oh, man. Ew.
I know. Oh my goodness.
I could just picture people walking in that, I mean, if he's really that close, he
So
better
disgusting.
make partnership with the probation office.
Seriously.
Mr. Joe Dirt's in here warming up his pee again.
Oh, just hang on.
What?
Florida man reportedly attempts to rob convenience store armed with a finger.
Finger? Like he cut somebody's finger off?
No. Early one morning in 2008, a Lee County man attempted to rob a 7-Eleven clerk using only his finger.
With finger gun?
Yes.
It's like, give me your money.
He approached the clerk with a pointed finger, demanding all the cash from the register. The clerk refused, and the man left.
If you don't give me that money, you're gonna get the finger.
Seriously.
Wow. Okay.
Florida teacher accused of filing false police report as cover for being late for work. Carter Clark, a Port Charlotte teacher, was arrested and accused of filing a false police report. The report claimed 2 men were posing as deputies driving around in an unmarked armed car. Once it was discovered to be false, official claimed the teacher called the police because he was running late for work.
Oh my gosh, I would never. I would rather just say I'm late for work.
Seriously, it's going too far.
What?
But here's one that really stinks.
Okay, lay it on me.
Florida woman farts loudly.
Oh my gosh.
Things really escalate. A Florida woman faced aggravated assault charges after she passed gas at a dollar store.
What? Aggravated assault?
The report says that two women got into an argument in reference to the defendant farting loudly. Then the woman pulled a knife from her purse and claimed she would stab him in the gut. So I'm sorry, it was a man and a woman. The woman was the farter.
And oh, wow. What are they eating down in Florida?
I don't know. I love these Florida craziness.
What drugs do they have in Florida?
Yeah.
Is my next question.
Good ones, I think.
But also, is there nothing else happening in Florida that the top story tonight?
Woman farts loudly at a dollar store.
What? Oh, do you have another one?
Yeah, I have a few more, yes.
Can you do the next one like a news reporter?
Oh, yes. Okay. But
Your
first I want
story.
to go back to the fart.
Okay.
Really quick, because I have been the victim of this many times.
Were you shopping in the same aisle as Jacob?
Jake, no.
He is the worst.
He's a crop duster?
Yes.
That's awful.
Especially when I'm trying to look at something or when I show him something in the aisle and he's like, no, don't go back there. Or he's like, come on, we gotta go. We gotta get out of the aisle. I'm like, oh my gosh. He's the worst.
Yeah, no, I've been in Walmart many times and just walked through a cloud. And I'm like, oh, there's something about a stranger's gas that's extra disgusting to me.
You just know next time it happens, Jacob's nearby.
That could be Jacob.
He'll always be with you.
Okay, I am a newscaster. Thank you for tuning into Florida TV 18 tonight. Tonight's top story. Florida man stuffs chainsaw down his pants in shoplifting case. Chainsaw.
And
I have a picture of him with a chainsaw down his pants.
What? First of all, a chainsaw is not a hammer. Yeah.
A Florida man was caught on tape as he shoved a chainsaw down his pants and tried to leave the store nonchalantly. Employees chased the criminal, Anthony Ballard, who decided to ditch the chainsaw in a wooded lot. Later, he came back to fetch it.
Oh, of course he did.
Only to be spotted by the same employees who had called the police. He was arrested on grand theft charges.
Oh, your newscaster voice is really good.
TV18 call me!
Yes! What would you even do if you got that call?
Like, oh damn, I'm taking it! I'm going.
Wow.
Human remains mistaken for mannequin brought to Florida landfill.
Human remains. Mistaken for a mannequin? I have questions.
Here's a picture, but I don't know if this is the real one.
Oh, God.
Because it does look like a mannequin. Doesn't it?
I have more questions.
Okay, let's see.
It does look like that looks like a mannequin.
It does. No arm? Where's that arm? 2 Florida men were hired to clean out a vacant house in Tampa Bay. As they were cleaning, they found a mannequin hanging in the garage. They took it down and they threw it in the trash. They also found lots of garbage and rats, which made the place awfully smelly. Well, it turns out the mannequin was an extremely decomposed body, something that was discovered when they reached the waste dump station. The smell had been the body, but the rats and trash probably didn't help.
Oh, I would just be like putting myself in those people's shoes. Like, here, catch this mannequin and toss it in the dumpster, and then come to find out it's a body.
God.
No.
So those are just a few of the reasons that we openly roast Florida.
Yes. Wow.
I wanted to start with something light and fluffy
Thank
this
you.
week. So my vibe was just goofy and fun.
Oh, I loved that.
Now, Katie, what's your vibe?
My vibe is different. My vibe this week is the dark and depressing. The vibe is true crime.
Always into that.
The vibe is escaping.
Okay.
And those are all the words I can think of to describe my vibe. That concludes this vibe.
All right. Well, bring me in.
So I'm going to start in June of 1943.
Ooh, taking it back.
I've been taking it back a lot lately.
Taking it back.
Yeah. Last week, I took it back to the 40s with the advice columns.
Oh, those were so fun.
And then I took it back with Ruth Handler.
Yeah.
When she created Barbie. So I've been
okay.
into the 40s, I guess.
We should dress like the era that we talk about.
Oh, that would be fun.
Right now, your era's woo, darling. I gotta tell this story really quick.
Okay, sure.
Really quick before Katie gets into her vibe. Like middle school girls this week at work, Katie casually mentions, I almost wore a dress today, but then I was like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, let's both wear a dress on Thursday. That'll be fun. She's like, okay. Thursday, I get up, just peel on these leggings. Okay, Katie does not know how uncomfortable I was. I haven't shared it. These leggings were so tight up here. They were holding stuff together, but they were so uncomfortable and they were so hot. Then all I could find was these like wool ass socks that were super hot. So I hid those under a pair of the most uncomfortable ankle boots ever. And then a sweater dress. So I'm thinking, oh man, we can be so cute today. We're besties. I come into work and I described her as looking like Avril Lavigne. She was wearing distressed jeans, Chuck Taylors that were black, and a black t-shirt. I'm like, you bitch.
Those were literally the exact words. The first words you said to me that morning.
Not good morning.
You bitch. Because
I was dressed in like an Amish middle school librarian. She had on no dress. Then I had to work in the back all day in these boots. Oh my God, last night my back hurt so bad. I was still cussing Katie. So to make up for it, she picked me up today in this beautiful dress.
Very, very... I'm uncomfortable.
Good, as you should be. And I'm over here casual like Adam Sandler.
You literally are.
I have on sweats. I have on a sweatshirt. The most comfortable granny panties. So good.
Do you want to wear a dress next week?
The trust is gone. I'll think about it. I am very forgiving of Katie. She does too much for me to hold that, but I was uncomfortable. I felt weird all day.
I was really hyping you up, though.
She was. Okay.
I wanted you to have your time to shine.
I'm so sorry. You look amazing. I love this dress.
I can't wait to change.
I'm so comfy. Payback. June 1943.
Picture it.
Oh God, I can't.
Me either.
Women didn't have to work. What was 1943 like?
I don't know.
Black
and white, I think.
It was all black and white. Yep.
So in the town of Barnesville, Georgia, a little boy was born by the name of Franklin.
Oh.
Franklin was the youngest of 5 children. And he had a couple of brothers and sisters. Shortly after his first birthday, Franklin's father, Thomas, passed away at the age of 32.
Dang.
His mother, Della, was 29 at the time.
Oh my gosh.
And she was struggling. She was a widow and a single mother of 5 kids in the 40s.
I can't imagine.
She couldn't see color. Just kidding.
I'm dead. I feel so bad. I love colors. We look really colorful today. Look at all
we do.
Yeah, it's vibing. I like it.
The vibes. So Della called up her parents and just really asked for help.
I bet.
And so her parents invited her and the 5 children to live in their tiny apartment with altogether.
That's what parents do.
It
Man,
is.
that had to be so uncomfortable.
Eventually, it was.
I bet.
After some time, the grandparents, they couldn't take it anymore. And they said, you need to take the kids and go.
What?
I don't know where you're going to go, but you can't stay here.
Closing time. I'm sorry, I don't know what that popped into my head.
I'm here for it. So now they're homeless.
Mm.
And Della doesn't know what to do. So by recommendation of Children's Services, she put her kids in a children's home.
I don't know what other choice she had.
I don't either, really.
Did she even have a car? Anything?
They have cars in the 40s. Just kidding.
So.
No, just kidding.
They were all gray, but they were there. Dang.
Yeah. So the story though was about Franklin. So Franklin, when he was in the home, his siblings not so much, but he struggled. He was just a little kid, and he was often bullied by the older kids for being feminine.
Oh.
And was even assaulted by the older kids at 6 years old.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Not only was he bullied by the other children, but even the staff were being mean. If he got in trouble for something, they'd stick his hand in hot water.
What the hell kind of children's home was this?
Okay, that's exactly what I was thinking when I was reading through this.
It's so sad. That's probably more than we know happens all the time.
Right.
Poor Franklin.
Especially in the 40s. Like,
no checks and balances.
Nope.
Nobody's watching.
So, as expected, Franklin starts misbehaving. He's lashing out. He's in trouble for fighting all the time. He keeps getting caught stealing. And eventually he runs away. He comes back and then runs away again. And then he comes back.
He probably doesn't know where to go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
At one point, he ran away and was caught breaking into a home to steal food, which just makes me wonder, was he not being fed? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So
now, obviously.
Right. So he was caught, and the children's home, at this time, his youngest sister had aged out of the home, moved to North Carolina, had 2 kids, and was married.
Okay.
So they called her and said, you come and get Franklin. You take custody of him, or so we won't pursue charges. If you don't, he's going to jail. He's in trouble.
How old was he at this time?
At this time, I think he was like 14.
Oh my goodness.
So he goes and lives with his sister. And now it's 1959, and Franklin is 15.
Okay.
And he is still struggling. It's just like wherever he goes, he just can't. He's not at home. He doesn't have anybody.
No.
And he ends up getting kicked out of his sister's house. So now he's like, I just want to find my mom.
Oh my goodness.
Like, where is she?
Yeah, what happened to Della?
So last he knew, she was in Indianapolis.
Oh wow, bringing it local.
Bringing it local. So he makes his way. I can't even imagine how, from North Carolina to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Like
hitchhiking, like what?
Right, in 1959.
Dang.
So he gets to Indianapolis and he finds his mom, and she is just not in a great condition. She is a prostitute and she doesn't really have anywhere to live. So she's not any help to him.
I would think not. A homeless prostitute? Oh man, that's probably not the reunion he was hoping for.
No. So he decided, you know what? I can have a home. I can get my life on track.
Yes, you can.
If I join the army.
Okay. He's 15, 16. Okay.
So he is talking to his mom, and he's like, just help me forge these documents. Help me get into the army. This is my life could be this.
Mm-hmm.
And so she does. And he gets into the Army. And he serves for about 6 months when they find out he's underage.
Dang.
And he's discharged.
Oh, man. I think that happened a lot in that time. People lying about their age.
Yeah. So he's...
Depressing is the vibe.
I told you.
Man,
yeah.
Okay.
So he sets out to find his mom again now that he's
back home.
Free, I guess. And he can't find her, like, no matter where he looks. So he just becomes a drifter. And just goes from one place to the next, does one job to the next.
Just enough to get by.
About a year after he leaves his sister's home, he starts having run-ins with the law. And he starts getting in a lot of trouble, which I can't say I'm surprised.
No.
With all the troubles he's had.
It was the inevitable path
Right.
from poor guy. He never had a bond, a person, you know what I mean, that he was bonded to. That's so sad.
Not even, like, he wasn't even in one place long enough to have a friend or nothing. Yeah. So, February of 1960.
Okay.
Franklin is 16 and a half when he breaks into a Sears department store in Inglewood, California. Does anybody remember what Sears is? Any younger viewers?
I didn't bat an eye about Sears.
You were just like, yes.
I remember when Sears was at the Tippecanoe Mall.
Yes, me too.
And you could buy stoves, refrigerators.
Yeah, like a home.
And also jeans.
Right,
You could buy everything at Sears.
Well, Franklin was there to not buy, but steal a gun.
Oh, I didn't know Sears sold firearms.
I did not either.
Okay.
Maybe just this one in Inglewood, California.
Yeah.
Maybe they stopped after this. I don't know.
So after hours, he breaks into Sears.
I think it's during.
Oh, during. Okay.
Because the employees noticed and they set off a burglar alarm, which alerts the police. The police arrive and a shootout begins. And Franklin gets shot in the stomach.
Damn.
16 and a half. He's rushed into emergency surgery. It's not life-threatening, and he recovers.
Dang.
He was sentenced to move to a youth institution for a year. But then, somewhere down the line, he gets arrested again for violating his parole.
Okay.
He decided it was a good idea to leave the country and go to Canada for a fishing trip. But, I mean, he was a kid. Nobody gave him direction. He didn't know. And it just got worse from there. A lot worse.
Uh-oh. I better relax.
In May of 1962, so this was, 2 years later, Franklin was released from violating his parole, and he heads back to Georgia, where he was born. He found a job at the Atlanta International Airport, but he was still not on the straight and narrow.
Oh, why can't he just settle down?
A month goes by, and he abducts.
What?
Escalates so quickly and abducts a 4-year-old girl.
What?
From a local bowling alley. Bowling. Takes her to the woods nearby and assaults her.
Okay, Franklin, you lost me, man.
You lost me.
Hurt people.
That's so true.
I'm not excusing it, but hurt people. And what he experienced at that children's home that his mom had him.
Yeah.
He probably, I hate even talking about it because it feels like I'm trying to defend him, but I'm not. But he felt so powerless. He was so little. And it's like now he wants to do that to someone else.
Right. It's like the only thing that made sense to him.
Oh.
I know.
Was the little girl, did she survive? I mean, he didn't kill her or anything.
No, he didn't. He was arrested.
Thank God. Good.
And caught. and very quickly was convicted of kidnapping and assault. And he was sentenced to serve 10 to 20 years in Georgia State Prison.
Is he a legal adult at this time? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. He was there for just a couple of months, and then that November, so he was sentenced in May, they transferred him to a state hospital.
So they've obviously realized
he's got
something's, the neurons aren't all connected.
Firing. Yeah.
Dang.
So Franklin's at the hospital for a few months, and they are taking him out for a medical errand. What does that mean? I don't know. Was he going to get... at a state hospital, I would assume you could do everything there.
Yeah, a medical errand?
That's all I could find.
Huh.
And while they're out on this medical errand...
Yeah.
Hard to say.
Medical errand.
I'm overthinking it.
It's something I've never said before. I can tell you that.
Like when I said sinking. What did I say?
What did you say?
I don't know. It was one of the deadliest sinkings. I don't know why you're laughing. This is upsetting.
I'm sorry. I just have never heard deadliest sinking. I thought it was so funny.
I know. I was like, you don't get it, but okay.
Dang, I forgot it.
He escapes.
He's a runner. He's a track star. I'm feeling very musical
I love
today.
that.
Okay, I'll see what else I can incorporate in here.
Thank you. Keep it light.
I'm trying. Can you, as I sing these songs, can you put the actual version?
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, she's a runner, she's a track star.
I love asking Katie to do edits that are so weird.
So
I don't have to do it, she does it.
Thank you.
He's a runner, he's a track star. Okay, he's pieced out on the medical.
He's out. He's like, I'm not going back to jail. I'm not going back to that crazy hospital.
He's a danger. I don't like that he's out.
Right. So he flees 85 miles southeast to a city called Macon, I don't know.
Georgia. Okay.
In Georgia.
All right. Macon.
Where he decides the best thing for him in this moment is to rob a bank.
I mean, obviously.
So he needs money.
Mm-hmm. Banks have money.
1 + 1.
Yeah.
He's on the...
Why have we not done this with this finger gun? I looked over and I was holding it up. I'm like, oh, I'm armed and dangerous. Sorry.
Put that thing away.
We're true.
Before you hurt someone.
Let me put it in the holster. We're such professionals.
So he robs this bank and gets $6,000.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
In today's money,
That would be.
$27,000.
No wonder you're bad at budgeting.
I know. I have no idea if that's right. We should Google it, though.
Okay. But just like before, he was quickly caught and convicted.
He's a terrible criminal, honestly.
Okay, thank you. That's
terrible.
what I was thinking. Like, he's really trying, but also makes me wonder,
Is he really trying?
does he want to be caught?
Yeah. He's like, well, I'll either have $6,000 or I'll have a roof over my head. Either way, win-win.
Win-win, yep. Yeah. So this time they sent him to a federal reformatory in Ohio.
Okay. Ohio.
That's where they decided to send him.
Welcome to Ohio. I don't know what
I
their
was just gonna
slogan
put the
is.
sign up
I know. Welcome to Ohio.
He didn't stop there.
No.
Franklin is persistent.
I was going to say, if nothing else, the man's persistent.
Yep. He's got his eye set on something. He don't know what.
No.
Just to get out.
Okay.
So he attempted to escape again. Didn't make it. And was transferred to the United States Penitentiary Did I say that correctly?
Penitentiary. That's...
I put a note in here. Was I able to say that word?
It's being said in my head for penitentiary. Now it's done. It's gone.
I said it once. That's all you get.
Prison.
In Pennsylvania.
Welcome to Pennsylvania.
And he had a hard time in this prison.
Did they know his charges?
They must have, because he was assaulted constantly. It got to the point to where, I don't know how, I couldn't figure it out, but he made his way to the roof of the prison and was threatening to commit suicide.
The men in prison do more to prevent or to help with child molestation than our local law enforcement.
That is correct.
I'm sorry. That's how I feel. Thank you, inmates, for doing the dirty work that should be done.
Seriously. So, they transfer him to another prison.
Mental hospital. No, prison. Okay.
Another prison in Illinois.
Okay. Welcome to Illinois. This man's getting to travel the world just from prison to prison.
He's been to Georgia, North Carolina, Indiana, California. Now we're back to Georgia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Like, he's going everywhere.
It's weird.
I wonder if he saw anything fun, at least.
I know.
So, it's now 1972.
Okay.
And he has served his sentence for the assault on the little girl. And he is being released. And they send him to a halfway house in Georgia. Just a few months later, January of 1973, Franklin approaches a woman at a gas station, forces her into her car, and assaults her. She managed to escape, and again, he was arrested. How long do you think he stayed this time?
1972, assault.
Just in jail, not even, like, convicted. Like, how long do you think he was? Because he's escaped how many times?
I mean, I'm going to guess a week.
I actually didn't put it in here, so I don't know. But it wasn't that long.
I need to know. Okay.
So when he was in prison in Illinois, he had a cellmate. His name was David. And I mean, it's the only person he's got. So they talked and hung out, as one does in jail. Played cards, maybe.
Yeah. Made toilet wine and whatever.
And David has also since been released. So when Franklin is arrested again, he calls David. He says, man, indirect quote.
Indirect quote.
Man, I am struggling. Can you please post my bond?
I'll be David. Well, how much is it?
It's only like $500.
Well, let me go rob something. I'll be there in a few.
Thanks. I knew I could count on you.
Yep.
And he bonds him out.
Hi.
He was scheduled, so that was in January of 1973. He had a hearing set up for June.
Okay.
So February, March,
April.
The seasons are changing.
Oh, the flowers are blooming.
May, first day of spring.
June,
Summer.
our birthdays.
Yeah. And it's time for his court date. Where's Franklin?
Oh my gosh, I knew it. He's a runner. He's a track. He's not there, is he?
He is on the run. And he is now considered a fugitive.
Fugitive Franklin.
Fugitive Franklin. Maybe that's what I'll title this episode.
Oh, okay. We just came up with it.
What was Florida
and Fugitive Franklin. You guys are getting to see how the sausage is made now.
Yes. Whatever that means.
That's my new favorite expression. I don't know. I'm going with it.
Okay. I've never heard that before.
It's like when you see behind the scenes.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you think happened to Franklin? Where do you think he went to next? I do know the answer.
Okay.
So you're not just going to guess for now.
I'm going to guess back to California.
Okay. That's a good guess.
It's a nice lots of opportunities there, lots of victims.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm going to let you ponder that for a little while.
Okay.
And I'm going to stop my story here.
Oh my gosh. Katie, what is going on with Franklin?
Do you want to know?
I do. So you're going to leave it there.
I'm going to leave it there. People have to come back if they want to know what happens to Franklin.
Okay, well, we have decided we're going to do 2 episodes this week, so you can quickly find out on Wednesday the rest of the story about Fugitive Franklin.
Fugitive Franklin, yes.
In the meantime, stay vibing.
Stay vibing.